Now, the next topic. Okay, now I'm going to complicate a little more, guys, because you understand the flow over now. What happened in the flow over, you understand. So I'll complicate this little more. Okay, that is, here I'll say continuous delimiters are consecutive delimiters. Let's go with continuous delimiters. Two limiters are there, one to other. In that case, what I have to do is, let's say, let's have this comma as it is here, right? So for now, let's say that I'm just saving this file as 3. So here what I'm trying to do is, let's say I have only comma as a delimiter. Only comma as a delimiter. No other delimiters are there. Okay, this is fine. But the problem here is going to be, out of all these delimiters, right? Let's say, you know, in all cases, let's say in some of the cases, gender is not a mandatory field, right? For an example, I want to go with, let's say, Facebook gender is not a mandatory. Age is mandatory, correct? Your name, email ID, and phone numbers are the mandatory things. But let's say that gender is not a mandatory thing. If you want, you can update. If you don't want it, you don't need to update. Let's say, right? So for the first user, this guy, he don't want to disclose his gender. He haven't given, right? But for the consistency, for the sake of consistency, they put 2 commas. This guy don't want to mention it, so he put 2 commas. That is, first variable value, second variable value, third variable value, fourth variable value, fifth variable value is not there, it is missing, and then sixth variable. Right? You understand what I'm trying to say? Because this guy, if I remove this comma, what will happen? It will consider this as a fifth variable value. And now we understand that sixth variable is missing, but that is not the case. This guy is not interested to disclose the gender. So gender is missing here. The remaining all the fields are present. Is that making sense? What I'm trying to say? Input is understandable. Input is understandable. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the question is, after reading it, what you are expecting? Can I say, if this is my first record, what is your expectation now? Can I say, your expectation must be 101 should be here, A should be here, Murali should be here, age is 15, but the gender, the user don't want to mention it, so I have to keep it as a missing value. But I need to go with the location as Hyderabad as it is. Can I say this is the expectation, guys? Everyone understand this? Are we expecting this correct or not? He's not interested to disclose the age, disclose this gender. Okay, that is fine not to disclose, but this is supposed to be a missing value as is. Correct? This is the expectation, right? Now, let's see what SAS will do. Let's save this, and I can use the same code with only one change. What is that particular change? The delimiter is going to be comma, and when it comes to the file name is not going to be 2, it is going to be info3. Correct? That's all the changes that I require. And now let's run this. What happened? What happened? Can I explain again with the PDV? Because this PDV concept is the most important concept. For one, you understand it, you can understand for everything. That's the reason I said in the initial class, that is the most important thing. Yeah, this is my delimiter, correct? What is my delimiter? I'm writing here. Okay, this is my first record variable values. Let's see how the data is going to be. This is your data, right? This is your data, right? Let me copy this data. I can call it as input record. This is the input record. Am I correct? Now, so here I'm writing, right? SAS way. That is how SAS read this. How SAS is going to read it? From the position number 1 to first variable value is going to be my first record value, first variable value. Here I write how many variables are there. Okay, let's say here I'll say variables. So how many variables are there? 6 are there totally, correct? Copy this, put it here. These are the variable values. So how I am reading this? So from the this also it doesn't record. I can directly. So just the same thing, guys. I'm just writing one more time. So A101, this has to come here. Then between these two delimiter, whatever I have is here, and then between these two delimiters is going to be this, and then between these two delimiters, what I have is this, and then you can see there are two delimiters. When it comes to SAS, if I don't apply some of the options, even if I have one delimiter, even if I have 10 delimiters in continuous, it is going to treat that as a single delimiter only. Until and unless you specify SAS that, hey, there are two consecutive delimiters. Between the two consecutive delimiters, whatever the value is there, you have to read that variable value as a missing. Until and unless you mention it, what SAS will do is, these two commas are there, right? It is going to consider that as a single comma, like this. It will consider this as a single comma. That is, it understand that as a single delimiter. And then from there to till the end of the line, whatever you have is going to be read it as a current variable value. But still location value is missing, right? There is another variable location which is missing, right? Now it will go to the next record. This is my next record. In the next record, from the first position to till my first delimiter, whatever I have, that is going to be my last variable value. Now it will compare. Now it will copy this. It will put it here. And while putting this, it is going to check. Just a sec. After it put here, it is going to check the details about either that character data type is matching or not, length is matching or not. That it is going to check. All of them are matching. So it is going to be my first record. Already second record part of the data is read in the first record itself. So it is going to skip the remaining thing. It won't read this. It will say that I don't read them. It won't read it. All right. And then the next record, this is the third record. It will put it here. And third record values, it is going to read it here. How it is going to read? B103, Anu, and everything will come as it is, and it is going to keep it as a second record. So this is what I'm going to get it here. After that, this, correct? After that, this, after that, this, after that, this one, and finally for the last record, this. Now you understand, again it is a flow over concept. Why flow over concept has come to the picture? Ideally I have two delimiters here, but SAS misinterpreted that as there are no two delimiters. Even though there are two delimiters, instead of keeping between the two delimiters whatever the data is there, I want to read it as a missing value. Instead of doing that, it simply read that as a single delimiter. That's where the entire misinterpretation interpretation come to the picture. Correct? You understand why I got this particular data first? Guys, I'm trying to explain what happened if I don't go with an option, right? What happened if I go with the option after that? Correct? So without an option, I tried it and I end up with the wrong data, correct? You understand why the wrong data has come, all of you? Guys, all of you are able to understand this? Can I get a quick?
Yes, Murli.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
So now what is the solution for it? I have to say DSD. DSD stands for, this is the second option that I'm working on or that I'm explaining. DSD. DSD stands for delimiter separated data. I'm clearly saying that, hey, whatever the data that you are reading is a delimiter separated data. That is, between those two delimiters, you have a missing value. So the moment, let's have this as it is. Now I'll go with the, here I can say correct code. Now here I'll put DSD. The moment I put DSD, now you can see if I run this, I don't change anything else. Can you see now? This is missing now, correct? You can also check if you want. You can also do one thing. You can also put this one. This one also has missing. Age is also missing here. Now if I read it, what is going to happen? Still, character missing value is going to be blank space. Numeric missing value is going to be period. Can you see? It replaced with a period here. It replaced with a blank space here. So wherever there are two continuous delimiters, two or more continuous delimiters. Between the delimiters, if you want to read the data as a missing value, you have to use an option called DSD. DSD stands for delimiter separated data. Is that clear? Questions?
There's a question. So like we used two commas together for the missing value, right? So there's a little confusion, like as you told that SAS automatically by default takes space as a delimiter, right? So there was a space, right? Like there were two commas, but the data wasn't there. So using DSD,
See,
yeah.
Okay, one thing I want to mention here. I used two commas. The moment I'm using comma as a delimiter, I'm using an option called DLM. The moment you use option DLM there, space is not a default delimiter. There is a small correction in your question. That's what I want to put. The moment
I got the answer.
Yeah, perfect.
We used delimiter DLM, so space is no more a default delimiter. I got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? Able to understand the options? Because no, everyone will not share the same kind of file, right? I can okay, you may ask me, hey Murli, why can't everyone send the file with a default delimiter as comma, or default delimiter as a star, or default delimiter as a space? Why? Answer is very simple. Let's say, guys, one of your field is address. Let's say one of your field is address. Your address is going to have hyphen as a field, hyphen as a thing, right? Let's say some of them want to put so your address is going to have space, commas, it is going to have forward slashes, it is also have the back slashes, it has the obliques, it has the all the other things, correct? Let's say it is a name, but it is going to be a combination of, it is a complete name, my first name, surname, last name. Let's say that my first name and last name is separated by comma, right? But if I consider comma as a delimiter, what is going to happen? Instead of considering it as a single name, it will split into two. Again, it is going to be a wrong thing, correct? So it is very difficult to handle the nature of data. So generally, if anyone want to send the data in a file like a text file, they generally prefer they generally prefer this one, pipe, because you generally don't find pipe as a value in any of the fields. Either it can be address, or it is going to be name, or it is going to be anything. Pipe is peculiar, correct? Generally, people ask for pipe separated file, pipe delimiter file, but everyone is not comfortable to share it as a pipe delimiter file. So they can go with their own delimiters. When they are interested to go with their own delimiters, yes, we can handle like this. Is that clear, right? What is the requirement also you understand now, right? Why everyone cannot send it in the same format? All of you are comfortable up to this? Questions? Okay. Go with the next thing. Multiple records present in the same line. This is the another case, guys. For an example, let's go with this, a normal code, a regular code. All right. So for the convenience, what this guy has did is, let me save it as. So what this guy did is, he did like this. He put two records in a single line. Possible, right? I can put it. Nothing wrong in that. I'll say that, okay, 6 records, 6 variables will be forming one record. So these 6 are going to be record number 1. These 6 are going to be record number 2. These 6 are going to be record number 3. This is what this guy said. This is how my input file is. Correct? So all the default delimiters, right? I can take this now and I can scroll down. I can keep it here. And I want to read this as it is, but only with only one change. That change is going to be, instead of input files info, it is going to be input info, student info underscore 4. Only the file name is changing. What happened to the second record? What happened to the second record? Now you can see. Let me explain this. This is my record line number 1 from my file. Correct? I took this one as it is and I keep it here. This is my first record. But how SAS read it? From first delimiter to second, from the first position to the first delimiter is my first variable value. The next, between the next two delimiter is second. The next two delimiter is going to be third. The next two delimiter is going to be third, fourth, and then fifth, and then sixth. How many values I need to read from the line number 1? 6. Have I completed reading that? Yes. After I read this, I'm here actually. You can see the cursor is blinking there on the top. Here I am actually. But there are some more values after it. But SAS never mind about it. I want to read 6 variable values from the line number 1. User mentioned you want to read 6 variables. I have completed reading the 6 variables. I don't need to be stay in this position anymore. I can go to the next record. So immediately the next record is going to be this. It will start reading this. That's it. Right? But you need to tell SAS, right? Hey, you completed reading the first 6 variables. I don't deny that. But there are few more records. There are few more values to read. But I have to guide SAS. I have to guide SAS. It will be not straightforward. You have to guide SAS. How? Whenever there are multiple records present in the same line, I have to go with input options. Under the input option, the first option I'm talking is double trailing. 2 at the rates if you use, you can call this as double trailing. Double trailing in the sense 2 at the rates. 2 at the rates is nothing but the double trailing. This is a symbol. It will say that multiple records present in same line. So what exactly it will do is, I'll explain this. What it will tell is, after it completed the 6 records, if you use in the input double trailing, if you use in the input statement double trailing, it will get SAS that, hey, user used double trailing. So even you completed reading the 6 variables, or even you completed reading the variables that are mentioned in the input statement, in the same line, check are there any records present. If yes, read them as well. That is, the next 6 is going to be record number 2. The next 6 is going to be record number 3. The next 6 is going to be record number 4, like that. So after you completed reading the mentioned variables in the input, don't go to the next line. In the input, check for are there any other records present. Is that understandable? That is what we need to do, right? We need to guide SAS. Hey, check. Are there any other variables in the same data set? So this is going to be my data. This is going to be my thing. So now I have to write correct code. What is the correct code for it? Which option I have to use? I said in the input, after all your variable names, use double trailing. Just put 2 trailings. That's it. Can you see now? This is the code you use. You read only 2 records from the input file. You can see 2 records you read from the input file, but your output has 3 observations. Because I use double trailing, I'll tell SAS wait in the same line. You can also do one thing. If you want, you can keep all the 3 records also here. Still it will work. Then you can see the input also. It said that where it is. I haven't saved it. Just a second, guys. Save. There is some mismatch, guys, but okay, fine. You know that this is going to be your input file. This is going to be your line number. All the 3 records are here. It read all the 3 records from the same line. That is, when multiple records present in the same line, still SAS is able to read that particular data. Correct? So all of you are able to understand up to this? We have covered 3 options today: DLM, DSD, and double trailing. We have also covered how SAS is going to behave when other than regular delimiter comes to the picture. What is going to be the current scenario? What is going to be the other one? So here indirectly we also used one option, which is nothing but the flow over. Correct? It is a SAS default, guys. SAS default behavior. It's a SAS default. Sorry, behavior. But what is the other thing, like how to handle it and all, I'm going to explain in the other classes, right? In-file option, input options is quite a big list because there are a lot to discuss there. Yeah, questions please. Any questions from anyone?
Murali, after discussing the PDV, like from there the data we'll be discussing about the library and all you were talking, right? Did I miss or did we already talk about the library and because
No, I haven't talked about it. I haven't talked about it. I haven't talked about it.
Okay.
The libraries part I haven't completed yet. So because let me complete these options and then I can go there. All right, there are some more. Once we completed that, we'll go with the libraries. So here it is.
Okay.
These parts I haven't explained yet.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. First, let's concentrate on this input methods and followed by the other options, and then we can go to their libraries. Questions, please. All right. Anita, did you said anything?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Delimiter related error.
Anita, your voice is too low.
Delimiter related error, sir.
Delimited related errors. So what is the question?
Any error related to delimiter. What type of
Okay.
error it goes?
You don't get errors. That's what I'm telling you. SAS is least bothered about your data errors. SAS will not talk about your data errors. Delimiter is a data. How your file is separated, what delimiter you are using is up to you. This is not related to SAS. So as a developer, you have to write a code as per your delimiter, as per your input file, right? So if you don't use a delimiter, it won't throw any error. Try to read it as a default delimiter space. If it is there, whatever the data is there, it will read according to it. Okay, guys, just give me a second. I'll try to communicate in a local language. Anita garu, question ikkada entante mee question entante default delimiter kaakunda delimiter tho elanti errors vastayani adugutunnaru meer antena మీ క్వశ్చన్ అదేనండి దాన్ని నేనేం చెప్తున్నానంటే కోడ్ని బట్టి డేటా ఉండకూడదు, డేటాను బట్టి కోడ్ ఉండాలి. మీ డేటా ఏంటో మీకు తెలియాలి. మీ డేటా మీకు యూజర్ ఇచ్చిన డేటా ఏ విధంగా ఉంది అంటే ఏం డీలిమిటర్ వాడాడు, ఏం సపరేటర్స్ వాడాడు అని మీకు తెలియాలి. ఏం సపరేటర్స్ వాడితే ఆ సపరేటర్స్ మీ డీలిమిటర్లో పెట్టుకోవాలి. అర్థమైందా? మీరు అలా పెట్టలేదు అనుకోండి, డీలిమిటర్ పెట్టలేదు అనుకోండి, డేటా ఎలా ఉంటే అలా వచ్చేస్తుంది. అంటే స్పేస్ పట్టుకొని తీసుకొని వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఆ వచ్చిన డేటాను మళ్ళీ మీరు వ్యాలిడేట్ చేసుకోవాలి. అరే నేను 4 రికార్డులు చూశాను కదా ఇన్పుట్ ఫైల్లో, బట్ నాకు అవుట్పుట్లో 1 రికార్డే వచ్చిందంటే ఏదో తప్పు జరిగింది. ఎందుకు తప్పు జరిగింది లాగ్ లో చూసుకోవాలి. దాని తర్వాత అర్థం చేసుకొని మళ్ళీ డీలిమిటర్స్ పెట్టుకోవాలి. అర్థమేనండి? Yeah. Guys, what I try to explain to Anita here is, because maybe this is the same question to every one of you. Your code, you are not supposed to write code on your own and then you need to check whether your code is compatible with the data or not. That is the wrong approach. First you have to read your input. You have to write a code as per your requirement, as per your data, correct? So if your data has 5 delimiters, keep all those 5 delimiters in your DLM. If your data doesn't have any delimiter, if your data is purely, there is no delimiter at all, there is other way to handle it. Let's say my data is having a default delimiter, don't use any DLM option, try to go with as is. It is all about how the data is coming to you. According to your data, you have to prepare your code. According to your code, you have to prepare your output data set, and your output data set in SAS should be equivalent to your input data from your raw file. Am I correct? This is how you should look into it, every one of you. Any questions on it? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? Right. You may have 100 options, guys, but you should know what option you have to use for your given requirement. Correct? People will try to use some generic answers to this. For an example, you're thirsty. When you're thirsty, you should drink water, correct? So when you're thirsty, let's say if someone offers you some some rice to you, and let's say that some cake they have offered to you, one pizza they have offered to you, and also water, which one you're going to prefer? You're really thirsty. Even though there are 4 options available to you, you cannot use all 4 of them. You'll go with your water, correct? So you need to, there are 100 options available in SAS. There are a lot of stuff available in SAS. Since you have the options, you cannot use it. You need to know what is your requirement is. According to your requirement, you need to pick what you need. Am I clear, guys? Can I get a quick confirmation on this? Because as we keep on progressing, these questions will pop up again and again, again and again. I can use these options, right? You can use, but what is your requirement? That is what you need. Questions?
So there's a question.
Yes, please.
I wanted to ask that, first we have to read the data, like. Then after that, we should decide to put the delimiters. That's you said, right?
No. Read the data means in your input file, try to understand how your data looks like. This is what reading the data. You understand the data. So this is my data. By looking at the data, I understand that my data is a comma separated. So while writing the code in the input file, wherever I'm mentioning the input file, I have to include my DLM option. Why I come to this DLM option? Because my data is a delimiter separated data. Correct? If not, let's say that I'm going with this one. By looking at the data, I understand that it is a space delimiter. When I'm going with a space delimiter, I don't need to use the DLM option. I can use my input file as is. So what made you to take this decision to keep DLM or not to keep DLM? So what made the difference? Your input file made the difference. You look at your input file, you understand your input file. So you need to tell SAS how to read this input file. So this is the default delimiter one. Don't put DLM, you can read as it is. If it is a comma delimiter one, hey, this is your input file is. To read this input file, you definitely require a delimiter, and this is your delimiter. Let's say your file has more than one delimiter. Those also you have to say, hey, this is your input file, but to read this input file, you require more than one delimiter. These are the delimiters you must use. So how we are coming to this particular conclusion? I'm coming to this particular conclusion only after looking at the data. That is what I meant. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions from anyone? Right. Thank you, guys. See you in tomorrow's session.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.